These are some of the most disrespectful rap lyrics from Chicago, and they're all based on real events. Let's start with a bar from Wooski's song Computers in It. He raps, "Bonham stood over J Money and put 4 in his grill for real." Now go ask Lil Boo how that hot feel. Wooski is a well-known member of FBG, and he's known for beefing with rappers like Lil Durk and King Von. He's also one of O-Block's biggest enemies in Computer Z disses. Multiple people from O-Block, including J Money and Lil Boo. J Money was a respected member of Mob and one of their main shooters. He was killed on September 2nd, 2013. According to rumors, he was set up by a girl who tricked him into coming to rival territory. At first, he didn't realize it was a trap, but when he arrived and saw 2 of his enemies, he knew something was wrong. He tried to run, but didn't get away in time and was shot in the head and body several times. In this lyric, Wooski is bragging about what his crew allegedly did to J Money. It's believed that Lil B from STL/EBT was the one who shot J Money, but Lil B was later killed by the police in 2014. After J Money died, Lil Durk and other O-Block members went on Twitter to mourn him. O-Block even started calling themselves Money Gang in his honor. But Wooski didn't stop there. He also dissed another rival, Lil Boo from Team 600, who was killed in 2015. Lil Boo was one of the original members who helped start Team 600. He was highly respected in the group and known as one of their top shooters. He even taught many of the younger 600 members how to slide on their ops and survive in the streets. Lil Boo had multiple bodies tied to his name, making him a serious threat to his enemies. Because of this, he became a major target throughout the city. But from 2012 to 2014, he was locked up, which gave his OPS less chance to get to him. Unfortunately, not long after Lil Boo got out of jail, he was killed. On April 3rd, 2015, he was walking down the street when a car pulled up. Someone jumped out and started shooting, hitting Lil Boo several times. He was rushed to the hospital but didn't survive. He died at just 22 years old. Because of Lil Boo's reputation, he became one of the most disrespected 600 members by rival rappers, including Wooski. Wooski's enemies didn't let that slide either. In his song Exposing Me, King Von responded to the disrespect, rapping, "Goofy got shot right up in his top. His brother told on me." This bar is believed to reference the shooting of Wooski at Dusky the Man's funeral. The day before the funeral, O-Block members were reportedly FaceTiming Wooski, warning him they had a big surprise for him.
Listen, we gon' surprise.
You talking about tonight.
We gon' surprise, bro.
The day of Dusky the Man's funeral was really tense. Everyone could feel that something might happen at any moment. FBG Duck's cousin Ruger even said in an interview that he felt something bad was going to go down because the energy in the air just didn't feel right.
That's Dusky the Man. To be honest, I kind of felt like something, funny was gonna happen. On some real shit. Just off the strength, like, that's Dusky.
That feeling turned out to be right, because when Wooski stepped outside during the funeral to smoke a cigarette, 4 men in hoodies ran up and opened fire on the church. Wooski was shot in the head, and 5 other people who were leaving the building after the service were also hit.
There were a total of 6 people who were shot outside the church. It was a scene of pandemonium right after that happened.
Thankfully, no one died during the shooting, even though Wooski survived. His injuries were so serious that he had to step away from the streets for a while. But King Von and his crew didn't let up. They kept dissing Wooski on social media. They claimed the shooting changed him, and that he didn't want to diss them anymore after what happened.
Nah, but for real, they try to make all the ugly motherfuckers seem like they super tough, they super gangster cause he ugly. And he got shot in his head, so now he's stupid slow, they think that's savage. That's lame, don't nobody get shot in the head, that's goofy.
T-Roy was a respected old black member and King Vine's best friend, and T-Roy and Vine would always go on drills together. T-Roy also supposedly killed several members from rival gangs, so he was a huge target in the streets, because on February 15, 2017, T-Word was out looking for a rapper named TV from Taekwon World. But while searching for him, he ended up getting killed because T-Roy was out by himself that night and walked into a shoe store trying to find TV, but while he was in the store, he got spotted by FBG Brick. Duck's older brother Brick was cool with TV, so he told him that T-Roy was inside the store. So when T-Roy went to leave, things didn't go as planned, so TV came inside the store, impressed him, but T-Roy couldn't pull his gun out fast enough, so TV ended up killing him. So in this bar, TW Lil Twan is rapping about how T-Roy lost his life while trying to find TB. Toyroy's death hit Old Black hard, so they were after revenge heavy. So T-Roy's brother HK got revenge for him a few months later. after, since he caught up with TB and shot him outside the same shoe store where his brother was killed. It's rumored when HK caught him, TB smiled and told HK, "You got me." They found Newski slumped up in the car just like they did Park Buby. Man Smoke Puby. Man is a rapper from Gyro City who beefed with Vo Block in 606. In this song, he's talking about Newski Lil Durk's cousin who got killed in 2014 right after signing a deal with Durk's label on May 31st, 2014. Newski was sitting in a parked car in front of a store when someone walked up and started letting off shots, taking his life. Newski was sitting in Durk's car when he was shot, which led many people to think that Durk was the intended target. And it's rumored that 51 Melee was the one who killed Nusky since 5-1, when the revenge after 5-1, Lil Mark's death. Because after Lil Mark died, Durk made a video making fun of him at the spot he died. T-Roy was a respected member of O Block and King Von's best friend. He and Von were known for going on drills together, and T-Roy had allegedly killed several members of rival gangs. Because of that, he became a major target in the streets. On February 15, 2017, T-Roy was out looking for a rapper named TB from Taekwon World, but while searching, things went wrong. That night, T-Roy was alone. He walked into a shoe store looking for TB, but while he was inside, FBG Brick Duck's older brothers spotted him. Brick was cool with TB, quickly told him where T-Roy was. When T-Roy left the store, TB was already there waiting. TB came inside, confronted T-Roy, and before T-Roy could pull out his gun, TB shot and killed him. TW Lil Twan's lyrics talk about this moment, how T-Roy lost his life while hunting for TB. His death hit O Block hard, and they were determined to get revenge. A few months later, T-Roy's brother HK got payback by tracking down TB and shooting him outside that same shoe store. Rumor has it when HK caught TB, he just smiled and said, "You got me, TW." Lil Twan also mentions other murders in his song. He says they found Newski slumped in the car just like they did P55EJ Man, is another rapper from Gyro City who beefs with O Block and 600. In this line, he's talking about Newski Lil Durk's cousin, who was killed in 2014 shortly after signing to Durk's label. On May 31, 2014, Newski was sitting in a parked car outside a store when someone walked up and started shooting. He was sitting in Durk's car at the time, which made people think Durk was the real target. It's rumored that 51 Melee was the one who killed Newski as revenge for 51 Lil Mark's death. After Lil Mark died, Durk made a video mocking him at the same spot where he was killed, which added more fuel to the fire.
Hey, this bus stop right here though, this a real famous place, yeah? This is a real famous place, big. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place, big. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Times worse for him than anyone around him. That's why I have the 51 Millie died. Little Durk started dissing him in songs because on Refugee he said how you get killed when you partying. And Melly was probably one of Durk's deadliest ops, because it's also rumored that Melly was responsible for killing Lil Durk's manager, Chino, since Melly went on 9G Live talking about the situation and making fun of Chino.
Yeah, Chino Burger, that's what they said.
Melly was so wild that he was beefing with almost everyone in the city. One day he got into an argument with a guy named 7 Nate over a dice game. In response, Melly shot up Nate's house, even though Nate's baby mama and newborn were inside. No one got hurt, but Nate was out for revenge. That chance came in September 2019. FBG was throwing a party in Gyro City to honor one of Duck's close friends who had passed away. Melly showed up even though he was warned that his enemies might be there. But he felt untouchable and came anyway. While Melly was at the party, 7 Nate saw him and took his shot. In front of everyone, Nate shot and killed Melly. That's why Lil Durk later rapped, "How you get killed when you partying," mocking Melly's death because they were sworn enemies. Durk also sent shots at another one of his ops in the song Computer Murders. He said, "Sneaking pics by Von mural, like Lil Bro won't come out and spin," that was aimed at FBG Cash, who had taken a disrespectful picture in front of King Von's mural. Durk was warning him not to do that. Just 3 months after the song dropped, FBG Cash was shot and killed while driving on the south side of Chicago.
A South Side rapper was killed this morning after a gunman armed with a rifle opened fire on his car. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton performed under the name FBG Cash.
Before we get into this next bar from FBG Duck, make sure to hit that subscribe button real quick. In FBG Duck's Exposing Me remix, he said, "Who got caught in traffic. Waldo ain't get to finish his status." Waldo 600 was a BD member who was shot and killed on East 63rd Street on October 10th, 2018. just 1 day after Dusky the Man was murdered. Rumors say Waldo was killed in retaliation because he was allegedly with Dusky when he got shot. To make it worse, people say Waldo was dissing Dusky online, which might have led to his quick death. That's why Duck said Waldo didn't get to finish his status because he was killed before he could finish posting it. Now, moving on to another Barthus. One is from 51 Drilla in his Beatbox remix. He said, "Since Gino died, that backdoor ain't funny now. But it's free, Dada, cause he still need to get gunned down." Drilla is part of 51 Young Money, who beef with THFO Block and 600 in that bar. He's dissing THF Gino, who was killed on January 27th, 2021. Gino was found shot in an apartment elevator. Rumors say he was killed by his own gang member. THF Dada, police said Dada was acting out at home, and his mom was so worried she called Gino, thinking he could calm Dade down. But when Gino showed up, Dade shot him 10 times. His mom later told police that Dade had been hearing voices and was mentally unstable. Drilla uses that story to clown THF, backdooring one of their own. Then we got this bar from G Herbo. That night we lost Kobe on the A block, had the Glock beside him. Herbo is talking about his close friend Jacoby Juwan, also known as Kobe. Kobe was killed around 4 a.m. on August 10, 2013, right after leaving a party that Herbo was also at. He got shot outside a McDonald's in Chicago. His death hit Herbo hard, and that's why he named his Ballin' Like I'm Kobe mixtape in honor of him. If you liked this video, make sure to check out the next one, 7 rappers who got caught lacking on live.